The Renaissance Fair. I'm 33 years old and have never been. Go! So my wife and her friend found out this information about me and decided we had to go. It was pretty easy since the festival was happening in like 2 weeks. But before I went, I wanted to figure out a little bit of information about the Renaissance time period. You know, what was it like back then? What were the people like? What did they do? You know? All right, well, let's take a look on the internet and see what we can find. Toilet paper did not exist. They used moss, rags, and leaves to wipe their butt. People did not wash their hands. Urine was used quite often for doing laundry to disinfect somehow. Most people took a bath less than 4 times per year. Average folks did not have your typical toilets. They had chamber pots. When they were filled, they would go ahead and toss them out into the street. I just got a stupid Ren Fair. So we get to the Ren Fair and we're just kind of waiting around to see people because it hadn't opened yet. So while we're waiting, I go ahead and take a picture with my wife on one of the big thrones that they got going over there. I would have shown her face, but she requested I didn't. I get it, honey. It's okay. You're embarrassed by me. You don't want to be associated with me making these videos. Honey, I told you I don't want those divorce papers. Stop. I did have a piece of footage I was going to use, but in the middle of me filming, there was a man who passed out like almost directly next to us. I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. I swear. But including that bit of footage kind of felt like it was breaching into Logan Paul territory, so I scrapped it. Oh yeah, why am I even telling you about this? Because since I stopped filming, I wasn't able to capture the cannon shot that fires to signify the opening of the Ren Fair. Apparently the Ren Fair does that to signify the opening. They just let off a cannon, big old loud cannon shot. It's loud. So here's somebody else's video of that cannon shot. And here's a reenactment of my reaction to that shot. We get in the Ren Fair and check out some of the weapons they had in the ye olden days.
You think this one look good on me? I think it matches my eyes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it.
They had this really cool Yoda, like Buddha statue going on there. I could probably afford that. Could put it next to the TV.
Why are you such a financial burden on your family?
After that, we found this really cool archery booth. Never done that, so I figured, hey, I'll give it a try. Let's see how I do. So it turns out I suck. Missed every single shot. And no, I didn't miss every single shot on purpose for a comedy bit for this video. I actually tried. Oh yeah, let's not forget this is a food review channel, so here's me trying some stuff.
Hi guys, we got the fried alligator over here at the Homemade de Etouffee. I think that's how you pronounce that. Pretty tender. They seasoned pretty well. Definitely worth the $13 how much I paid for it. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Really good, really good.
Got one of their turkey legs over here, $19. See?
Really juicy, really well seasoned. Like the little bits of fat on it. I'd probably buy it again, but not more than one in a day. Give it like a 7 out of 10. I like the alligator more, to be honest.
So yeah, my wife was actually filming those 2 videos, and wouldn't you know, they were giggling the entire time I was doing it, laughing at me. You know, I have feelings, you two, and y'all hurt them. Yeah, here's a video of me eating the rest of my wife's turkey leg, because while I have the stomach the size of a Prius, she has one the size of a gumball. Candy! The Great Rondini. He then screamed at us for him to give him our money, so we got out of there. But Krusty Kraken! We didn't eat there, I just wanted to... And here's a video of me trying some delicious Chauncey's raspberry mead. Never had mead before. And you know, what can I say? Mwah. It was $30. But it was really tasty. Like fruit juice with honey and alcohol. I kept the bottle. Ugh. If you like sweet alcoholic drinks, definitely would recommend 10 out of 10, no notes. They also had this more bitter version called King's Mead, but I'm a peasant and it was $30 regardless. So for $30, I'm gonna get the tasty raspberry drink. Maybe next time. Okay, so the next event is probably my favorite of the whole time I was there. A little something called the Spice Boys. There's thyme, rosemary, sage, parsley, and black pepper. He's my favorite. They're a pirate-themed band that makes parody versions of songs from Britney Spears, NSYNC, and, well, the Spice Girls.
We sailed from sea to sea, and now it's come to be. You are not the treasure.
I think we almost didn't come to this.
I would have showed you more footage of the show, but even though they are parody songs, I'm not really sure how copyright works around that, so I'm just going to be safe. Then they have this whole bit where they're like, oh my god, we don't have a captain anymore. Who wants to be our new captain? And they're a very flamboyant bunch. That means they're gay. I'm saying they're gay. And then they pick a guy from the audience, and I'm assuming that their goal is to find the straightest looking man there and make them very uncomfortable. Look at that man, not a drop of eye contact. Then there was this part, one of them popped open their shirt and whipped out their fuzzy little pepperonis. They're doing a little titty dance. Spice Boys, if you're watching, that was an audition. I'll be the sixth member. You can call me Cumin. But yeah, great show. You ever go to the Ren Fair and the Spice Boys are there? Just go check them out. 40-minute show, and they're free. No excuses. Oh, you remember that raspberry mead I was talking about? Drink the whole thing during the show. Then we went to the Sour Old Skull afterwards and searched for more food for no specific reason at all. No, it wasn't to soak up all the alcohol I just drank. No, no, no. And then the lady that was taking our food order there gave us samples of something called Dragon's Tail. It's very delicious, much sweeter than the raspberry mead I just had. But I couldn't feel that the alcohol was present in that. It is an alcoholic drink. It just tasted like juice. So for that, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was good. Then I had what was called the buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich. And you notice this little hand motion that I made. Weird complaint I'm about to make, but I felt for the sandwich that the meat was a bit too thick for a grilled cheese sandwich. It really overpowered the cheese that was there. There was a cheese on both slices of the bread, but you can barely tell with the meat that was inside of it. It was a very tasty sandwich, but if I'm getting a grilled cheese sandwich, I want the cheese to be the star of the sandwich. Just a little pet peeve, I guess. I give it a 6 out of 10. Sorry, Danny. She's the one who recommended it to me. Her right here with the tacos.
All right, I got the sauteed chicken bowl. It is very nice. It said it has a jalapeno coleslaw. It's not that spicy. It's good. I really like it. I recommend.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Ooh. Probably a 7 out of 10, just because the grilled cheese is a lot better.
Then we checked out another show called The Tease of the Seas. It was a burlesque show, and I don't think I could show you any of it. Nobody got naked, but you know, I don't know how that would work on YouTube, so sorry. One of the main things I thought was funny about that performance is that there was a part where the dancers were like getting a couple of guys from the audience to just like carry hats of money to take donations from the crowd, and the whole energy of that was like, bow to your empress, bow to the queen, pirate, empress, gods, whatever. And the two guys they chose did that, and then immediately afterwards I see both of them walking away with their girlfriends or wives. Whoops. Then afterwards we had this really banging corn dog, and I don't know if that's just the alcohol talking, but that was everything I needed in this moment. And that and some water. I haven't had a corn dog in years before that. And I'm typically just used to the frozen microwave at your house corn dogs where the skin's kind of soggy. This was before air fryers. So that was probably the best corn dog I'd eaten in years. 9 out of 10 was everything I needed in that moment. Then it was time to eat some candy in the car, go home, and pass out. Oh, look at the little scamp. You had a big day, didn't you? So I definitely had a great time, would go again. But here's some things I wish I'd known from my first time. So here's my advice to anybody who's about to go to the Ren Fair for the first time. Water. Bring water, or buy your own water. Just consume water. Heat stroke is a real thing, and the Ren Fair is hot. I know a lot of y'all are probably wearing a lot of layers of clothing. Maybe some material doesn't let air breathe as much as you'd like it to. Saw some dudes who had like backpack deals with like the little straw or whatever. I saw some dudes carrying like gourds on their sides or whatever that had water. Do that. Carry a backpack or like a satchel, something to like carry the stuff that you get from the Ren Fair. The only thing we really had to carry things was like a bag that my wife bought that was the size of my hand. I would say something like, don't drink too much of the Ren Fair, but I know I'm going to drink at the Ren Fair next time that I go. Just, probably not an entire bottle of mead in 40 minutes time. Just space it out. Because, again, heat stroke is a real thing, and you don't want to get that. Bring cash. Some of these stalls only take cash, like the archery booth. I had to pay $5 cash for that. Didn't take card. And they do have ATMs hanging around the fair, but my wife and I both tried to use it, and we couldn't get any money out. Kept telling us, wrong pin, wrong pin. I know my fucking pin. So I'd recommend bringing cash. While you don't have to dress up, if you do choose to dress up to go to the Ren Fair, the cheapest options, me and my wife figured out how to do it, was that we literally just went to Spirit Halloween that was around us. It was around Halloween time, so it was nice and convenient for that. Me and my wife both got these sets, the peasant dress for my wife and this deluxe pirateer thing for like $70 a piece. And then I had these $35 boots that I wore from Walmart. There probably may be better and cheaper options out there, but that's what we did. So in conclusion, I am a food and drink review channel. And while I actually tried to go to this festival to try as much food and drink as I could, probably around like 12 items was my goal. I don't feel like I really accomplished that. There is more food and drink I probably could have tried, but I feel like this is probably the better way to go. When I'm going to an event with friends and family, I want to be present while I'm there and not spending so much time on making content. So I think in the future, when I do visit places like that and do reviews, I'm just going to like film while I'm there, a quick little deal, and then just talk about it afterwards. So kind of expect that format with me going to places in the future, because I do plan on doing more food reviews of me actually going to places and checking out what they got. I'd love to do medieval times someday. So I do hope y'all like this video. It's probably the one I've had the most fun making so far. And I do absolutely plan to go to the Ren Fair again next year if I'm able to. Probably make a second video of me trying some other stuff. If you have any recommendations or advice for the Ren Fair, just go ahead and leave it in the comments. Let me know. Until then, later. Bye.